Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mayuri and today I'm going to be creating this black smoky eye look. Black smoky eye look is one of those eye looks which is which is considered to be something which is very overwhelming, something extremely difficult, and show you how you can simply achieve this look with minimal products. As I said, I know there are a lot of YouTubers out there and a lot of people out there who show you these videos using a lot of products, and I'm not saying that it doesn't help. It definitely helps. They are the ones who are using it for a long time, and they of course that makes their makeup a lot more detail oriented than it's gonna be mine. But I aim to create these videos for people who are not necessarily going to a photo shoot, but just for a party, or they just want to put it on them for just because they're interested in the look and something like that. I'll be trying to use optimal products to achieve this look. I won't say it's minimal because there were a couple of shades of eyeshadows that I had to apply on my eyes in order to get this look, but definitely that's still bare minimum. And if you have seen any other YouTube videos for the smoky eye, you will see what I'm talking about. So without any further ado and without any more rambling, let's just get into the video.
So first I'm going to use my Fix Plus Prep and Prime primer from MAC. I use it as like a moisturizer to prep my skin for the makeup. Just making sure it's nice and even. Then I'm using my MAC concealer to conceal my eyes. Whenever you are supposed to wear a dark eye shade, it is always recommended that you conceal your eyes, just so the shadow that you will be putting on your eyes, it pays off really well, and it doesn't take up the pigmentation and the actual color shows up correctly. Now I've picked up my Freedom palette and I'm using one of the lighter shades for the crease of my eye. The reason why you do that is just so take this as an additional step to the concealer. So you're just adding that color to your eye, just so when anything else is put on top of it, the color pays off really well. The darker color that you're going to be placing now will pay off really well and is able to stick to your eye, most importantly. Now what I'm going to do is I'm picking my blending brush and I will pick the color for my eye. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the black from the same Freedom palette and I'm going to put it on my eyelid. You don't have to worry to be extremely precise at this step, because eventually we will be blending all of that out and we'll be spreading it evenly. So this is what I'm doing. So I pegged the color in on my eyelid before, and now I'm just going in with my blending brush to blend everything out. So this step, you guys, this is basically the step which takes most time when we talk about creating any smoky eye or a dark eyeshadow. Whenever we are wearing it, this step takes up the most time, and that is why this video might be a little longer than what I intend to, but really this is the key step. And trust me guys, it's not that difficult. It's just that you have to peg the color on your eyelid and then spread it evenly. Don't worry about the fallouts at this point, because of course you're gonna have fallouts and we are going to be wiping it up. That's the reason why we are going in with our eye shadow shade first and not putting my base makeup yet, because of course I'll be cleaning my face and just making sure all the fallout is gone. Another thing with smoky eye look is that on your overall facial features, you'd like to highlight your eyes only. That's when that is best how you would carry a smoky eye. So it's better whenever you're doing that, you make sure that the whole emphasis goes onto your eyes. What I'm doing here is I wasn't happy with the black shade that I was getting from the Freedom palette. So what I did was I picked up my Maybelline Nudes palette, and I'm using the black color on that palette to darken the black that I had from the Freedom palette. I picked up the Freedom palette long ago, so I don't even remember if they still sell it, but I did not find that palette nice or very high quality. But the Maybelline one is absolutely awesome. Now what I'm doing here is I'm picking up this color from the NYX Lingerie palette, and I'll be using it to shade and blend that lines that were created from the black. So this color is a little bit of orangish, kind of a brown, like a warm toned brown shade. And the reason why I'm putting it on on just the periphery, if I may, for the black color that I put, just so it blends everything out. Think of this like a painting that you're doing. So just in order to get rid of any harsh lines, what you do is you dip your brush in a little bit of paint, and then you just kind of make everything even, just smoothing out the edges. And that's what I'm doing here. And being orange or brown, that warm tone blends everything nicely and doesn't look out of place. It kind of goes well with the skin tone, my skin tone, and that is why I'm using that color to transition everything over and to get rid of any harsh lines. And as you can see, that demarcation was quite clear before, but after using this orange color, that almost faded away, and now it's like blended. Here I'm picking the pencil brush and just ensuring that my eyes are all nice and clean. The black is just the way I wanted, and there are no harsh lines now. And you can pretty much not see the difference between the orange and the black that I'm wearing on my eye. They're like one now. They're blended nicely. And here I'm just making sure that the color is all evenly spread in the inner corners of my eyes as well, because of course you don't want that area to stand out. It should all look even. Now I'm just picking up my wet wipe and just cleaning up the fallouts that I'm gonna have. And trust me, you guys, whenever you're wearing a darker shade of an eyeshadow, there will be a lot of fallouts. You see, so there will be a lot of product that you will see falling down on your cheeks, and so it's better to put your foundation or any base makeup after, just so you're not ruining anything. Also, since I was blending profusely, I managed to get it on on the corners of my nose as well a little bit, so I cleaned there up. And here as well, I'm trying to clean the outer edges of my eye, just so it doesn't look like the color is spread all over. And even though it doesn't look that clean right now, when I'm gonna put in the foundation, you will see that it's going to stand out. And here I'm just picking my brush again and just making sure that the inner corners of my eyes are even. I kind of wiped it a lot out than I was supposed to, so I'm just going back in and making sure that it doesn't look like it's blanking from that point, or empty from that point. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my pencil brush, and I'm going to go ahead and line the lower lash line of my eye using the same dark black color from the Nudes palette from Maybelline. And this, if you've been following along and if you've been seeing all my other videos, I do this step just in order to ensure that there is absolutely no abrupt lines in the lower lash line of my makeup, if that makes sense. Basically just to even everything out. You want to make your eye stand out for this look, so it's important that everything looks put together and as one object. I would definitely want my eyes, all of it, the upper portion and the lower portion of my eye, to look as one for this look. Now what I'm doing is I'm picking that orange color that I put in my crease before to blend everything in and use it in the inner portion of my eye. So when I was using the black color before, I did not go all the way to the inner corner of my eye. Instead, I started from the outer corner and went up until the middle, and then from the inner corner to the middle of my eye, I'm going ahead with the lighter shade of orange that I use for my crease. So yeah, that is what I'm doing here, just making sure that it is nice and even. And what I'm doing here is I'm now picking up my Sugar Cosmetics eyeliner to just line my lashes a little bit, just doing it on my upper waterline. This this step, I would say, is extremely important when you're wearing a smoky eye, just so it gives an illusion of thicker lashes. And since smoky eye is all about how you can intensify your eyes potentially rather than all of your face, you would want to do everything possible to make sure that your eyes stand out compared to the rest of your face. So yeah, I'm just going ahead and doing that, just lining my waterline. I tried to wing it up a little bit, but then I realized that, that no, I don't want that look instead. So even though I'm drawing that wing, you will see that, I wouldn't be accentuating that wing so much, and I will just go back to wearing my eyes the way I'll be wearing to by the end of this video. Going ahead, spending some time there. The reason why I include all these details, you guys, because I want to give you an idea that it's not something that was pre-practiced and I have been doing it tons of times before I put on a video on that. Most of this content is something where I'm putting things, or I'm wearing things on the spot. So yeah, I mean, if something doesn't turn out, I have to go back in and then put that, I try to change it and show you guys how that might look. And again, just cleaning up any harsh lines. There isn't any, but then from a different angle, you can't just be extremely satisfied when it comes to smoky eye. Just being extra cautious here though. Okay, now comes the time for my brows. Now what I've done is I've skipped to the part where I'm doing my brows. I have a video tutorial already on that, so please check in the description box below on how I do my brows regularly, and that's how I did no change, and that's exactly the process I used in this video as well. Now what I'm doing is I'm going ahead with my MAC NC42 Studio Fix foundation, and it is always recommended, or at least this is one tip that I learned along the way, is whenever you are using or whenever you're wearing smoky eye, always try and wear a full coverage foundation, just so your eyes just pop out, and the look of your eyes actually pops out, not literally your eyes pop out. What am I even saying? But yeah, I mean, the only thing that should drive all the focus is your eyes when you're wearing smoky look. So it's important that you have the correct canvas set for your face, and it's all nice and even. So here I'm just packing the foundation on my face and quickly fast forwarding through this step. Trust me, you guys, if I hadn't used the speed function of my video editor, this video I think would have gone for around 40 minutes or so, because this takes time. Putting on so many colors, wiping everything, and then putting the whole makeup together takes time. So I'm not at all saying this is a quick process, and it's not worth it. It's definitely worth it, and but it takes time. So you got to be a little patient, but the end result is amazing. So here I'm just quickly buffing my foundation, just making sure my face is all even and ready for the rest of the look. And during the course of the video, you will realize that I'm not putting in any extremely dark colors that drive the focus away from my eyes. So yeah, now you see it's all nice and even now, and the canvas or the blank canvas is ready. Here what I'm doing is I'm picking up my concealer and just concealing the under eye portion of my face. I only do this step. I don't wear concealer on a daily basis. I only use this step when I'm putting in a makeup that is that heavy in the eye. So yeah. Now again, what I'm doing is, since I thought my eyes needed a little more intensifying for that black color, especially the lower lashes or the lower lash line, so I'm going again with that black shade that I picked up before, and just buffing it on the lower waterline and making sure that the top waterline is even as well. So just blending the eyeliner I put on my eyes in the step before, and just making sure it's all nice and even. Since now you have your base set, you will be able to tell the difference, how my eyes stand out of the rest of the face. You see that blending or the smokiness of this look is now standing out compared to before when I had no foundation going on. So yeah, baby steps, but we are getting there. Just making sure that my eyeliner and the little wing and the shape of my eye is perfect, and just adding a little bit of more color where I think it needed or has been wiped out in the step that I was doing before. Now this is my Maybelline contour blush palette that I use, that I want to use for my contouring, and I picked the contour color, of course, for this look. Now to contour my nose, what I really do is I put my brush like this from the start of my eyebrow to the bridge of my nose, and then all the way to the tip of my nose, and then just make straight lines and even it out a little bit. So the thing with contouring is you do want to create highlights and shadows on your face. So if you want to give your nose a pinched effect, you would want to make sure that the center of your nose or the bridge of your nose is highlighted while the sides of your nose is contoured, just like mine. I have a broad nose, so contouring definitely helps me make it a little bit leaner, a little more sharper. And the same goes with my cheekbones. I think I have I don't usually do or contour my cheekbones, but here, since it's a smoky eye and I'm about to go all out, I'm doing that. Now this step is important, where you just make sure that you're contouring your hairline, because a lot of times the foundation that you put kind of bleaches out your hair, as you can see here in this case, and your contour on your, around your hairline also gives you like a fair transition, instead of like creating a huge difference between the skin of your scalp and the skin of your face. Just making sure it's all nice and even and all blended, no harsh lines. And now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to pick the blush from the same Maybelline contour and blush palette, because I think it was very light and subtle and it has a very dewy kind of effect on my cheeks. So that's what I'm gonna do. And that blank plate that you saw, it's not that I've used up. That was actually the highlighter of this palette, and that was also really good. But Sammy likes to throw along my makeup here and there, so he has broke, a couple of my things are have met that fate, that he threw them and I broke them. So yeah, so I put this blush on, but I wasn't very happy with the color payoff that it had. So I don't know why this video is turning out to be like a mini review of the products that I'm going to be using or I'm using here. But then that is true. I like this for a subtle glow, but if you want to wear like a, if you really want to add that pop of color to your cheeks, I don't recommend using this palette for the blush. Now I'm just cleaning up my pencil brush a little bit, because I am going to use the same brush for the inner corner of my eye for my favorite step, that is highlighting. So I do this step because it just makes your makeup go to the next level. So the like beginner, advanced and expert level, and this definitely places the makeup somewhere in the top notch level. So I love it. And here I'm just putting that small dot, and I was using the Nika Glow Strobe highlighter, and this is bomb, you guys. I mean, it's so pigmented. You would see shortly how the effect that it's going to create when I put it on the rest of my face, on the high points of my face. But you see, just a little bit goes a long way. I just picked very little product, and it's just so beautiful. Just putting it on the usual places, inner corners and right under the eyebrow, and going back in the shade again and trying to place it on the high points of my cheeks. For the high points of my cheeks, honestly, I like that I think the fingers work best because you have more control. I feel I have more control when I'm using my fingers for the highlighter, and you see there I frowned, but it's okay. We'll buff it out and we'll make sure it's all nice and even. I like highlighter. I don't like it where you have like a statue like glow. Definitely a healthy glow is something I like, but yeah, I don't want to look all bronzed up and like extremely overly bronzed up or metallic. Yeah, so I'm just buffing that out and making sure that it's not like gleaming and blinding highlight, because that's just something I don't prefer. I see a lot of other people use it and they look bomb. I just don't feel comfortable wearing it myself. Okay, just going in with my highlighter, just making sure everything is nice and even, and yeah, again, just buffing any excess product out. Now what I'm going to be doing is, this is one highlighter, you guys, that I picked up by accident a couple of years ago. It is from Savannah Colors. I don't even know the shade name, but this product is bomb. I like, honestly, I don't even know if there's a better word that I could put for this highlighter, because it is so amazing, and it was so overtly inexpensive. I think I got it then for around 275 or 300, something around those lines, but it's like a baked highlighter and it is amazing. I mean, it is just one of those happy accidents that happen with me, that I pick up something not expecting anything out of it, and it turns out to be absolute pleasure. So this is one of those products, and I love using it. You see how nicely does it blend and how natural does that highlight look. I love this product. I can't stop raving about it. I'm sorry. Ooh, that's a lot of highlight, and I'm just gonna buff it out to make sure it's not that crazy. I'm just literally trying, and here I'm just using my brush to even that out. Okay, I think I'm happy with how it looks now, and here I'm going in with my lash curler and doing my lashes, and yeah, just fast forwarding through the step. I'll also be putting false lashes for this makeup look, because your eyes will not look complete until you have like crazy lashes going on, trust me. So here, as a last step, I'm putting in my kajal and just making sure that the look is all complete. And yeah, I'll be popping my lashes away from the camera, because if I was adding it while there, it would have taken forever again. And here again, another classic example of how Sammy just assaults my makeup. So this is one blush from Deborah Milano that I love. It's a coral color and it looks amazing on my skin tone, but Sammy dear has broken it, and I have to work with the powder that's left. But nevertheless, I love this product. Highly recommend it for those dusky girls out there. Now I went ahead with my Jacqueline USA number 17 Most Popular liquid lipstick, but I did not quite like it. So, and that's the thing with lipstick, you guys. It can lift, or it can just drag your makeup so deep down. And here again, I'm a fan of using lipstick combos, and here I'm using ColourPop. I think this shade is KAE is what I'm using on my lips like. So
that's it, guys. That is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed watching me put on so many products, struggling, and then just working on it like I was creating an atom bomb or something. But yeah, this is the finished product, and I think it really turned out very well. A lot of these looks that I create, they are very extempore. There's not something that I have been practicing and putting together, so you might see me doing something and then correcting it the very next minute. That's just because I haven't intended to do that in the first place, or whatever I was intending to do did not turn out the way it was supposed to. So but anywho, I feel this content was helpful for you, and you think this is something that you can do for yourself as well. So let me know in the comments below what more looks do you think are overwhelming or things that are scary, and I will be happy to give it a try and see if I can bring something that and simplify it for you. So please like this video if you like watching me doing this, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Please go ahead and subscribe and click on that bell notification icon to know every time I'm posting a new video. During this lockdown, I have a little bit of time on my hands, so I'm planning to post more videos right now. But then, till then, stay safe, stay home. Bye.